Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. It's not that bad. Hey YouTube, welcome back.
Can't you just say hello like a normal person?
Today is pretty special because my buddy David over at Park Place Limited in Bellevue, the same guy who took us for a drive in his ultra rare 1962 Porsche,
they only made 37 real Super 90s,
invited me to come check out his very unique 1 of 100 Aston Martin. Aston? I'm never gonna get it right. Let me go change and let's go check it out. Well guys, coming on in, there's Acura of Bellevue. We did the 2019 NSX. But we're going right down here. I believe actually we're going right here to the Aston Martin dealership. But Park Place Limited actually owns that dealership or that spot. So we gotta go check in with them first. And again, they always got the coolest entrance here. Got all the Rolls Royces. Got some McLarens out today. And a couple Porsches as well. Very cool. This is the 2017 Aston Martin v12 Vantage S, and it has that naturally aspirated 5.9 liter underneath the hood that produces 565 horsepower at 457 pound-feet of torque. And that's gonna get you a 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and a max speed of 205 miles an hour. And what's gonna help get you there is the rear wheel drive, the front and rear independent suspension, and the 7-speed manual transmission. Not paddle shifters and not automated, it is actual manual. This hasn't happened since 2013, but it's by design because Andy Palmer, who's the CEO of Aston Martin, said, and I quote, wants to be the last company to offer a manual on its road cars. So hopefully he fulfills that promise and we get more manuals in the future. And what adds to the rarity of this car is that it's only 1 of 100 ever imported into the United States. Which also reminds me, I got a funny story about this guy right back here, but we'll get to him in just a little bit. Well guys, let's do what we do and check out this piano blackened, carbon fiber, satin wheeling, 007 masterpiece. All right guys, gonna head on into the Aston Martin here. I do have the key fob in my pocket. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. So the key for the Aston Martin is actually pretty simple. You have the lock, the unlock, the button for the lights there, and then also the trunk release. And then it has this crystal glass on top of it, and I'll show you guys why that is cool in a second. To get into the Aston Martin, it doesn't actually read the fob being in my pocket, so you have to pull it out and hit the unlock button, and then when you do, the mirrors actually unfold as well. All right guys, to get in, you see there's a little symbol right here. Go ahead and push on that. It pulls out the handle itself, and then you can pull on open and get inside. You guys can also tell that when the door opens, it actually goes up at an angle. I believe it's about 12.5 degree angle. It does add to a little bit of the flavor of the car. Here's a look from the inside. All right, guys, let's hop on in the Aston Martin. Right away, you can definitely tell you're in a sports car. As far as comfort goes, it's probably a little bit less than the GT350 we just did, but not by much. And if you guys take a look around here, I mean, talk about spare no expense. You do have the B&O sound system, which is really good. Everything is leather wrapped with this accent white stitching that really sets off the entire interior. And then also the combo door panels and seats. I don't know if this is an Alcantara suede or something, but it really does feel and look nice. The steering wheel also is wrapped in that same fabric with the leather on the front. Again, looks very classy, very sleek. The steering wheel is very simplistic. I mean, you do have your Bluetooth controls here and the cruise control on the right hand side. The gauge cluster itself is analog, and I actually like that. It adds to, I believe, the class of the car, in my opinion. All your infotainment stuff is going to be up here, and you'll see what that does as soon as we turn on the car. Right here, let's go ahead and talk about the key. For the key, it's actually pretty cool. You put it in the slot right here and then push in, and it sits flush. Infotainment system comes on, car turns on, and it's ready to start. The controls for the infotainment system are right here. It's just a knob that you can go left and right, or you can push in. If we go left, we take a look at the navigation or the vehicle status, reverse camera. If you go to the right, you have your phone, your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then system settings. Let's go into vehicle status. Check the tire status, the power meter. It says warning, track only, refer to manual drive responsibility. And then this is really kind of cool. We'll keep it on this, and let's go ahead and turn on the car. Guys, let's wait for it to warm up here real quick before we give it a couple revs. All right, guys, it's just about warm enough. Let's go ahead and give it a couple revs here. Woo. Okay, one more. That's absolutely crazy. This V12, you can feel the car shake when you start revving it up. It's insane. This does have a sport mode on it right here. You can press that button, but it's not going to change the exhaust sound, I don't believe. It just puts it into sport mode. Let's go ahead and take it off. You do have your traction control right here, and then also your suspension as well. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and turn it off and take a look at the engine. To turn it off, all you gotta do is push in the key one more time. Just like that. On the way to unlatch the hood, I thought I'd show this for a second. This is your 1 of 100 plaque. And there's kind of a glare, but it does say 1 of 100 USA. Also shows the dog leg 7-gear transmission, which again is super cool, and then your e-brake as well. Let's go ahead and open up the hood. This gets pulled sideways instead of down, just like that. Go ahead and shut the door. And then the hood release is a flap right here. Just like this. And take a look at that. The 6.0 V12 naturally aspirated engine. This thing is absolutely sexy and absolutely a beast. You do have the crossbar over the top for stabilization, of course, and then you have the dual intake system. Looks really cool. Aesthetically, this is so beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with it. One thing that Aston Martin does do, and I do like this a lot, they do have the hand-built engine plaque with the name of the final inspector that checked it on its way out. Something interesting about this, again, we'll talk to it in just a moment, talk about it in just a moment. It has to deal with that guy inside, but for right now, we're hanging out with this absolute beast. The hood itself is extremely light. I don't know why they have the dual hydraulic system. They don't absolutely need it. And when I go to shut it, I can be about this far away, and the weight does it on its own. Just like that. Speaking of beautiful, let's go ahead and take a look at all the carbon fiber accents on this car, matched up well with the black piano paint. Looks really nice. You have the front splitter and grille surround in carbon fiber. You also have the hood vents surrounded in carbon fiber. There is a louvered option you can get as well. Looks really cool. On the side here, you do have the carbon fiber, and then also on the mirror caps as well. That's also an option. And then finally on the rear diffuser itself is in that carbon fiber. Again, looks so good with this black. So why I keep talking about this car and why it's so unique is because in England, right, it's a right side drive car. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside here. You notice the steering wheel, of course, is on the left hand side. Let's go ahead and hop on in. But the hood latch is on this side here, and it pulls straight down. The second reason as to why this car is so unique is because when we go and open up the hood, that plaque for the inspection happened by the CEO himself, Andy Palmer. Super, super cool. Traffic here and open it up a little bit. And again, the sound of that exhaust is so good. And you know, when you're passing by, not a whole lot of people, I think, even notice what this car is. They know it's a nice sports car, but when we're looking around, people aren't really paying attention as they should. Starting off in first in this car is pretty aggressive. You want to really start off in second if you're just doing casual driving. First gear would be more like for hill assist or something like that. Having my car be a standard and this being a standard and having the gears be different, it's like muscle memory almost. I'm reteaching myself how to go into the right gears at the proper times. This almost feels like, I mean, I don't have anything high-end really to compare it to with as far as manuals like this, but it feels like a Corvette. Well guys, that was the 2017 Aston Martin V12 Vantage S, and what an absolutely beautiful powerhouse. I gotta give another big thanks for David for letting me come in and film another one of his awesome cars. He's actually down at the Mecum car auction in Portland this weekend. You guys might see him on TV. And Monty, who helped me get this car set up for today's film. As always though, I gotta head on home and get this uploaded for you guys. Back now guys, and if you ever get the opportunity to drive this car, do it. Having a true standard V12 with modern technology, I'm having trouble even finding the words to properly articulate this experience enough to even do it justice. It's that amazing. If you guys ever get one, just be prepared to spend a lot on gas. And as always guys, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button below, and we'll see you guys next week. Sophie's taking a nap, check it out. What's with the... Soph wants to be in the action. So, stop. So, oh my god. Soph. What? Hey. Soph, your butt's in my face. Your face is in my face.